Sweet. Okay, we're going to talk about back twisters today, and everybody remembers. How many of you know the five ways of generating twists? Cat twist is one of them. We use that with our front twist a lot. Okay, that is twisting from the hip. So we work our lower body, upper body against each other in the front. That's a cat twist. That's how cat land on her feet. We should try it with Avery at the end of practice. Drop her from the 3 meter on the mat on her back and see if she can land on her feet. We could try that right now too. No? Okay. So cat twist we use a lot in the front. If you're Mackenzie, you use cat twist in your back twisters. You jump up and you do a somersault pike, a back somersault pike, and then you snap and turn out of it. Is that a way to twist backwards? Yes. Are you going to be probably putting much on your head pretty or getting many twists through? No. Maybe a back full twist? That's probably about it. You can do those okay. But we want to make sure we're using them right. So we got the cat twist. What else? Contact twist. Everybody can do that right now. Show me contact twist. Don't use your arms. Boom. Twist in the front. Now twist both directions. One twist with that. And make sure that the direction you think you twist is comfortable. Sometimes people come in, Madison, you're still pretty new here, and they'll come in and we'll just ask them to twist a different direction. Did that happen with you? Oh my goodness. This young woman had been diving for 4 or 5 years, twisting one way, and I said, let's try the other way. Bing! She started twisting right. Okay? So we have conical twist, we have, oh wait, I just said one of the other ones, sorry. Cat twist, contact twist, you have conical. So conical, we get right here. And you're going to use that today in your half twisters. Who can do a good hula hoop? Who can do a good hula hoop? Okay. So conical twist can be created in the hips. In the hips. And if you don't think it works, you just did it when you did your log rolls. When you did your log rolls, you had to go from this bent position, and then you changed position to an arch when you were on your belly. Would you agree? You went from arch on your belly to arch on your back, arch on your belly to arch on your back, and you were rolling down the floor. And if you keep your feet together and you're in your twisting position, go twisting position, stay nice and tight. And stay tight. That's okay. But that's the action that we can use with our hips. All right? And we use that a lot on the back 1.5 somersaults, half twist. It's all you need to do is you need to swivel. But you have to swivel when you're upside down, when you're end over end. A lot of divers on their back 1.5 half, first thing that they do is come off the board twisting. Okay? Last thing they should do is twist. You should be upside down on your back 1.5 half, almost all the way straight upside down before you twist. If you twist any earlier, you're going to get stuck on the way down. Some of you get stuck on the way down on your back 1.5 half, and you should not. It's because you twist way too early. Okay? Let's watch a couple twisters. I have them set up so we can see some of the dives that you should be going for. Okay, here's Tyler again. This is the back 1.5 half. And this is one of everybody's kind of first twisters that go to their head. A lot of divers. Okay, they're comfortable doing back twisters. They come in from gymnastics. It's natural for them. Front 1.5 full is a little bit harder physically to get around. So back 1.5 half is one of the first ones, but most people don't do it very well. And you'll see how effortless this is if you get to the right positions. Okay, there's just a swivel. You don't need arms really on a back 1.5 half. You just did that, didn't you? Is that probably because I had it ready last night? Is he going to do that on that too? Do what? What's reload? Good thing having kids around. Back 1.5 somersaults, half twist. I love that position on those. On 3 meter, you can really lay it out. You don't need your arms. And I love reverse 1.5 halves. I don't see enough of them in high school. And if you can do them well, if you can lay out the somersault, which basically means you're doing a flying somersault and then twist. So we fly, twist, right. Simple. Hey. Let's watch that one more time. stretch. So what do you? Which one of those forms of rotation we talk about did he use right there? Uses conical, a little bit of hips and contact, a little bit of toe push. So he's going to come off the board. He wants to twist left. He can push down to the right, and he can start going up to the left. Already start that, okay? And then all he has to do is do a little bit of that hula hoop, and he's around, okay? But you have to wait until you get end over end. These are your feet. This is your head. You got to get end over end on most all of our twisters, okay? Unless you're going to do a back 3.5 twister, back 2.5 twister to your feet. That would be different as well. Now, the other one that a lot of you as females and stuff would do is the back somersault 1.5 twist. So let's watch that one. She twists down, and this is not an amazing example, but it's decent. So you see how she separates one arm before the other one. She pulls one arm away from the other one, and what that's doing is that's creating a short side. Okay, that's another form of twisting for back. So everybody stand up. Everybody knows which direction they twist? I twist to the left. All right, that usually means my left leg's going to be my pivot leg as well. Woo! So everybody's up nice and tall. Go up into the C position. Right on. Now we're going to drop the lead arm down and back, and we get a whole quarter turn on that. And that's separating those arms. Come back to position. Okay? And when you do that, you want to drop back of the hand first, and you want to pretend like Lily's coming up and she's barking and trying to bite you in the butt. And you want to say, "No, Lily!" And you're going to turn and backhand her right in the face. So I'm basically pivoting on the same point, and my arm is dropping straight through that pivot point. And if you keep spinning, that arm will want to eventually make a full circle and come back over your head. That's when our arms switch. All right? So let's watch this again on the separate so you can see it. Now, what she can do better, think of this. If you're going to spin up higher, and if you're going to twist better, you need to have longer lever over your head on takeoff. So number one thing that's super important is narrow, tall reach to get to that C position. Some of you struggle to get to the C position on your back, optional. So if you can't do a back somersault straight well, we don't really move on to twisters. Okay? We fix the back somersault straight. Some of you will compete that. All right? Okay. The next thing that we focus on is that switch. So we got contact twist that we've already used. We have a little bit of conical, and we have asymmetry. We're always going to twist to the short side. So if I drop my left arm, my left side is shorter. Okay? Left side is shorter. Now what you want to focus on for our feet is whichever side you twist on, that foot is on top. That foot is on top. So put your arm on top, your lead arm on top. I twist left, so that's my lead arm. Now, see how that pulls up on that side? That kind of pulls up and makes that foot a little shorter than the other side. So since the left side's a little bit shorter, that foot goes on top. So if you're doing your right arm, put your right foot on top. That's how you should twist. Okay? You don't want to lose your feet. Lead arm, top foot. Lead arm, top foot. Okay? Lead arm in charge, top foot. I smush you. Okay? Paper beats rock. Paper beats rock. Okay? Now let's go through those simple actions. We talk about narrow fingertip reach. You have to get into that upper back C position to create the somersault. Alright? Then you create the somersault and we go from C to hollow. I like to say C flat when we get to the end. So everybody get ready to go C hollow. We go narrow reach upper back C. When we leave the board, hollow. We come off the board strong, upper back C again. You have to get to that full stretch position with your hips in line over your feet. Hips in line over your feet. Okay? And hollow. Boom. Good. Notice the head and chest stays there, right? Try it again. A few more times. C, hollow. C, hollow. Lift that foot. Get it up there because you're really pushing through. So you can actually physically model one of those feet pushing through. C, push. If we did this for real and we wanted to go C, push, we would end up kind of going to our seat on this. All right? So C, flat, or C, hollow. Those are the first two actions that we want to look at. The next one is separating the arms. That's the asymmetry. Okay? That's the asymmetry. Now, how far you drop your arms down depends on what dive you are doing. If you're going to do a reverse 3.5 twisting 1.5. That is one of your common 3-meter Olympic dives and goal dives for many people's gainer 3.5 twister. Full arm separation on that bad boy. You need it, okay? You got a lot of twists to get doing, so you got to get that thing wound up. If you're doing a back 1.5 half, do you need any arms? Nope. If you're doing a back 1.5 twister, you don't have to use arms. I have a diver that can still do back 1.5 twisters with the swivel. All right? Yeah, I know. Okay? And then once we separate the arms, now remember, most of the ones we're going to do today, your back 1.5, 1.5, your back somersault 1.5 twist. If we think about C hollow or C flat, I like the term flat because it rhymes better. C flat J wrap. C flat J wrap. So the J tells us about how much we need to drop that arm. So let's go back up to high C. High C. Now remember when we were going down to smack Lily? She's going to bite us? Don't go down and smack her because you just saw a foamy mouth. You don't want to stick your hand in her mouth. She got rabies. So you're just going to turn and get out of the way. All right? We're going to turn and get out of the way. Now that arm is only going to drop to shoulder level. I already have a quarter twist done coming off the board. Coming off the board, drop, pop my feet. The arm drops. There's a quarter twist. That's the J. Now from the J, what we're going to do is wrap our arms and they switch position. We wrap our arms and they switch. Okay? High, if you're going to twist up, we always want to get that elbow as high and tight as we can, and we want to make sure we're not grabbing the body. Now, can you twist down? Yes, you can twist down. Down in here is fine. But if you do, you still have to start with your arms above your head, and a lot of people that twist down come up and start twisting early. Okay? They don't set up the good high somersault. So no matter what, we still have to have that high, narrow fingertip reach. We good with that? So let's model all the way through. So when we think about it, C flat J wrap, C flat J wrap. We like to keep things simple around here. So let's go through C flat J wrap. High Y, up in the air, knees are flexed. We're ready to drop down in. Okay? Sink, swing, good. Brace on. Stand up from the butt. That's still important right now. Now push to C, flat, J, wrap. Woo! I went to 1.5. I went to 1.5, and some of you also went to 1.5. Brace on, you got to stay tight on that, and it's the same way as our friends. Bottom arm, top arm, and then it's pike down, 3 foot, 5, 6, 7, 8, stretch, swim. Now, if you decide and try twisting down that you like it, got to make sure your arms start up to begin with, and then we have to separate them. Sometimes people bring both arms in gymnastics, that's torquing really hard. We still need to separate them before we pull them in. Now, the next difference, does anybody want to twist down? Some people like it. Now, it's harder to stay up straight when you do that. Okay? This is easier to stay straight. That's a little bit harder. And when you come out, you don't have an arm on top that's right there already. You have to put that arm up to get your feet back underneath it. All right, let's go through that again. One more time with me and then a couple times by yourself. Yay! Ready? High Y. Knees flexed. We're at the top of the drop. We're at the top of the drop. Ready? Everybody drop in. Sink. This is a back so we can have a deep squat, Carly. Deep squat. And a late swing. Big swing. Circle. Stand up from the butt. Flatten your back out there. Push to C. Flat. J. Wrap. Good. Bottom arm. Top arm. Pike down. 3 foot. 5, 6, 7, 8. Stretch, swim. Good. 5 more times on your own. Do your optional goal dive. Some of you it's back 1.5, 1.5. Some of you it's the back somersault 1.5 twist. Some of you it's the back somersault 1.5 twist. I don't know what your back twisters are, Madison. So
I do back 1.5 somersault.
half twist. Back 1.5 half.
No, I do back.
And back somersault 1.5 twist. Yes. Now I know your list. And remember to keep your body line tight. We twist on the long axis. So you need to be this pole. Lily, help me out. I want to show you something because some of you this will help Ella too. All right? So, Ella, this is going to help you. The diver goes up into the upper back C. I want you to hold the diver behind the shoulders and the head just like that. No, back here. So the head and shoulders cannot move. So as that diver is coming off the board, we want the hips to be as in line over the heels best as possible. So this way just a little bit. Can you see it? I got into that seat. Now this is where we go to the hollow or the flat. So we use our toe push and our body position to create the somersault here. Shoulders are not supposed to move, everybody. Body, now the head can be like that. We don't want to break our neck. The legs spin up over the top and right in here. For most of our twisters, right in here. That's where we start twisting. We come off the board. As the feet come up, the arm turns or drops. When that arm drops, we already got a quarter turn. Then we wrap, and as we wrap, you got to have that center of mass over your shoulders. If you don't, you're not going to make much of your somersault. So for those of you that twist early on your back 1.5 halves, you're going to go short on them most of the time. So, do that good. Head and shoulders, we go up to C and we block. And the shoulders stay there, and the feet go way up over top. And some of you are doing this. All right? And everybody knows what that is, right? What skill that is? Isn't that a back handspring? So you cannot back handspring off the board and do a good back twister. It will be out of control every time. You have to stop the shoulders and boom, feet take off. And if you can do that, it's pretty easy. Okay? Backgainer twisters were my nemesis. I didn't learn them till like my senior year in college. I was a front twister. I could twist crazy on fronts. Okay? Big feet. It worked. It worked better on the fronts. I have whole foot push. Okay? And then once I learned them, I got a reverse 1.5, 1.5. And it was so easy. The first meet, it was kids Notre Dame. I did a 2.5 twister. Didn't know. Came out, swam up. I was like, hey, that felt good for my first time competing it. And they said, failed dive. And I'm like, what? They said, my coach said, you did 2.5. I said, no way. I said, yeah. So they are fast, okay? That's why you got those gainer 3.5 twisters. They're pretty too. And there's so many twisters you can do back and reverse. All right? You can be more versatile. Okay? So we're going to do line-ups. And 1, 1, 1. You three can be together. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll go line-ups and approaches. We've got 20 minutes. And we're 2 minutes in. Lineups and approaches. I had to show you with, yes, this is Dora, Diving Dora. And she's, Diving Dora, she's here to help you guys understand the physics, what you can and can't do, Liliana. She's been in here. She's been in here for years, but I guess I just forgot about, yeah. I forget about all the fun stuff that's in there. And if any of you have issues with moving or pulling your head on takeoff, I have the red hooks. So we might be using the red hooks before we even think about twisting. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Back and reverse twisters. Some simple key points for the back and or reverse twisters. Thank you again for joining us here to MRDC Mooresville RIPFEST Diving Club with Coach Corey and the gang. We'll see you next time.